Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name's Vikki, and if you've been before, then welcome back. I support women in their 50s who feel emotionally trapped, feel disconnected, to reconnect with themselves and reclaim a sense of inner freedom, gently and safely. This is always a calm space to slow down, listen inwardly, make sense of happening what's beneath the surface. Let's begin. So this is the place for you and a safe space for you as well. If you've been telling yourself that you've lost, I want to offer you a gentler, more accurate way of understanding what you're experiencing. Most women I work with aren't lost. They're disconnected. Disconnected from their feelings, disconnected from their intuition, disconnected from the part of themselves that they once knew that they needed and somehow got lost along the way. I'm a big believer. I work with many different modalities. I'm a counsellor, I'm a therapist. I work with RTT, I work with therapy, and I'm an NLP practitioner. I work with women who have spent so long for so many other people doing absolutely everything. And when that noise quietens down a little, when you get into your 50s and children are more independent, maybe work is becoming that little bit easier, maybe finances are that little bit easier, that suddenly you realise you're that little bit disconnected. Disconnection didn't happen suddenly. It usually happens slowly, after years of being the responsible one, the strong one, the one who keeps everything going. Can I have a hands up if that's you? The one who paints your brave face on, the one who keeps paddling. At some point, listening to yourself stopped feeling safe or necessary or even possible. You adapted. You stopped putting yourself first. You stopped prioritising your own needs, your own wants. And we do that as wives, as mothers, as daughters, as friends. At work, we get so good at just juggling those plates, spinning those plates. We get so good at spinning those plates, juggling all of the tasks all of the time. We adapt, we cope, we manage, and we just carry on. And now, if you're like me, starting to venture your way through the 50s and all the changes that comes with it, all those extra little lines that we might be finding, or a few extra hairs maybe, a few extra greys popping through. Maybe you've got perimenopause swiping in like the beast from the east that's just come and taken you over. If you're like me and you're in your 50s, you realise there's a quiet unease, a sense that something's missing. And even if we can't explain what, doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It means there's something inside that needs to be heard. Something inside that needs to be nurtured. And I know you nurture because you probably nurture everybody around you. And it's time to focus back on ourselves. Disconnection can feel like numbness, restlessness, or a low-level sadness that doesn't always have a clear reason. And whilst we might go to our doctor and we might get HRT, lots and lots of women who hit perimenopause are given antidepressants. But because that emptiness inside is so subtle, it's easy to dismiss. It's easy to write off as just another symptom of menopause, just your age. This stage of life has a way of gently asking us to turn back toward ourselves, not dramatically, unless you want it to be. Not by blowing everything up, but by creating enough safety to listen again. We don't rely heavily enough on our intuition. But our intuition is generations and generations old. It's been there from the very beginning. We were taught not to listen to it. We were burned at the stake by listening to it and by tuning our inner wisdom and our intuition, because it terrifies people. But you're not behind, you're not broken, and you're certainly not failing at life if any of this is resonating with you. You're responding to decades of emotional responsibility, and that emotional responsibility is absolutely exhausting. And we do it. And we do it without thinking about it. But the disconnection is slowly creeping in. And reconnection to ourself, to our hopes, to our dreams, to our aspirations, to who we were, to who we could be, to who we are, and who we're going to be. It doesn't start with fixing, because we're not broken. It just starts with noticing what feels tight, what feels heavy, what feels quietly unfinished. And allowing that to be here without any judgment. There's no judgment on this channel. There's no negative. There's no judgment. There's just lots and lots of support for each other, and building a community of women who are going through similar experiences, who, whilst the beauty of getting to an age where we just say, oh, fuck it, which is so much nicer, so much easier. So if this resonates with you, you're very welcome here. And these conversations that we're having are here to help you understand yourself more kindly, more deeply, and at your own pace. Here we're going to explore how to speak to ourselves with kindness, the kindness that we would use for each other. We're going to compliment ourselves. We're going to learn how to take compliments, which I know is not always very easy for some of us. If you'd like a gentle place to start, to ease yourself in, I've created a free guide. It's called You're Not Lost, a gentle midlife reconnection guide. There's no pressure. There are no deadlines to fill in. There's no book to be marked. It's simply here if it feels supportive. If you want to find out more about me, you can have a look at my website, which is www.aditi.me.uk. Aditi is a Hindu goddess who brings people together, who supports women. And that's my aim here on the channel, is to build a safe space that's supportive, a community of like-minded women. Women who may feel lost, may feel lonely, may feel disconnected. Women who may not always have somewhere to discuss that, open up. Sometimes we can find, or we can feel certainly, that we're struggling, we're swimming against the tide, we're desperately swimming upstream, and we look around, and in this world of social media and TV and magazines, we look at women and we think they're all doing so well, they're all thriving. But my life's not going like that. You know, why am I a failure? Why don't I have the things that other people have? Why don't I have a figure that I want? Why don't I have the bank balance that I want? Why don't I have the family I want? Why is my house not perfect? And the truth is, nobody's is. The truth is that all these people who give out these perfect lives on Instagram, they're not showing you the real bit. They're not showing you the, oh, I woke up and I think I've got a spot on my forehead, or, oh, I'm, you know, not covering up my baggy eyes, or I'm not, you know, changing my hair today, I just fancied it up. So this is going to be a safe space where people can dress up, dress down. If they want to start wearing a brooch, they can do. I'm heavily leaning in my brooch period at the moment, and I'm starting a movement called Bring Brooches Back. You're welcome to join my movement. I think that they've died, and I don't see why, and every day should be about sparkling. So last week I had on a beautiful pheasant, I think it was, or something, peacock. Not pheasant, peacock. This week I've got my sparkly heart, and I've got my friends and families rooting through charity shops looking for some beautiful brooches. And I'd love you to join my movement, my Bring Brooches Back, and it's going to be a quiet, creeping movement so that we, as women in our 50s, can just start adding that little bit of fancy. I just love whimsy and I love fancy, and I think that life just doesn't have enough of it. So please come along, join my group, join my little movement here of women who come along and join my tribe, the group, the gang. I'm going to say fuck it to the world. I'm as fancy in my 50s as I want to be. This is arguably our best decade yet. We're stronger together. We're happier together. So welcome. Hope to see you next week. You take care. Be fancy. Be whimsical. See you later.